Good morning, Warden, Council, staff, and members of the general public. I have some important information I would like to share. My co-presenter is Larry Swart, who will assist with any of the questions afterwards. We are here to discuss the POG primer, which stands for Peace, Order, and Good Governance. It exposes the public-private partnership fraud that is happening in all towns in Canada. In 1992, Brian Mulroney, leader at the time, signed Canada on to UN Agenda 21, along with 178 countries, because the international agreement promised them big money to go green. Upon his signature, Canada ceased to operate as a nation and became a United Nations member state. Provinces became sub-member states, and all of Canada's cities merged to form United Nations city-states. Did you know Lambton County and its 14 local communities are UN satellite field offices, which are public-private partnerships acting in de facto law? De facto is defined as private, corporate, secret, non-government organizations. By the year 2000, countries, including Canada, were governed by the direction of the United Nations, G20, World Economic Forum, and World Health Organization, to name a few. Every organization is a foreign-based NGO, non-government organization, and every member of these organizations are unelected. In 1994, a municipal primer was issued to all local towns on how they were to fraudulently restructure their government through the municipal primer, which was non-binding. All towns adopted it, including Lambton County. Public officials, the mayors and councillors, partnered with a private corporation and appointed a CAO, a chief administrative officer, who helped implement a global agenda instead of a local one. None of the men and women we have elected to govern our affairs on a local level has sworn an oath to public office. We have a few questions that demand answers. Do you understand what oath you were asked to take when you took public office? What jurisdiction are you in, and who's your employer? Who did you swear to serve? A covenant is not an oath with regards to our towns, and declaration of rural appointment official is not an oath. All UN members agreed with financial incentives to partner their existing governments with a sustainable development, non-government NGO that would help their country embrace this new green technology to save the planet. It is a fact that corporations are masquerading as government around the world for profit and for the purpose of governance. We know the role of true government is to act as a trustee for the people, to provide services for the community, to represent its interests. Government is appointed as our trustee to perform administrative services with the men and women in our communities to return benefits to us as beneficiaries. Through our taxes, we enjoy the benefits of roads, schools, and public health services with input from the people in our communities. This is how it is supposed to work. Does your government is always public, legitimate, and in compliance with every aspect of law? Most people would be comfortable in appointing the government as a trustee and, more importantly, working to serve the people. What if the government, serving as our trustee, started serving another master? What if they started acting as beneficiaries, like shareholders? Would we trust them enough to appoint them as our trustee? This is a serious breach of trust and a de facto government of the United Nations public-private partnership with an NGO. It leaves all of us with holding personal liability with everything you agree to sign. We think we are electing a public official for the office of mayor, a public trustee. Instead, we get a global strong mayor with power to veto and override councillors' decisions. In 2017, Klaus Schwab of the World Economic Forum admitted penetrating our local de jure government using public-private partnerships with local officials, for example, global mayor initiatives. The World Economic Forum incentivizes mayors to bring us in to the global de facto governing system to create 15-minute smart cities and to designate our land to UN green space. The danger is in any local decision can be made without any public input by only two people, the mayor and the CAO, the Chief Administrative Officer. COVID lockdowns prove that these two officers can not only call an emergency anytime they want, they can put a needle in your arm using a municipal bylaw like a parking ticket. I have friends and family who have been injured by these shots. I ask you, as our public official, if you are not the body in control, who is? Whose orders are you following? It is certainly not coming from the public. So we ask, if the agenda ideologues like you issue climate emergency orders, turn out to be unlawful and beyond your scope and purview, who do you think will be held liable by the people in these communities? We have many questions and we need answers. The facts are public-private partnerships are a fiction and a legal way of lawful local regulatory control. They create de facto laws masquerading as legitimate de jure governments. Excuse me. And lawful officials are granted international status in order to sign huge infrastructure agreements. Usury and fraud are used to create soaring taxes, high inflation rates, bloated bureaucracy, and huge administrative costs are used to bankrupt our coffers, causing massive poverty and to steal your property in land grabs. Evictions from farms and rural areas to help create 15-minute cities with ever-increasing bylaws and restrictions to limit their ability to farm. In 2011, Canadian Security Intelligence Service CSIS Director Richard Fadden warned of foreign countries infiltrating Canada at the municipal levels. So my question to you is, why are you taking orders from foreign influence without question? Because we are told has never been a valid defense. Perhaps this presentation may provide clarity. Canada Incorporated, being a UN member state, has no authorization to implement foreign mandates, policies, treaties, or any agreements that violates our unalienable rights. See Clearfield Doctrine, it's included in the handouts. In summary, in the coming days, mayors and councillors will receive an electronic information packet which will explain the text of this delegation and supporting documentation. We, the people of Lambton County, wish to enter a meaningful, respectful dialogue with our elected officials on this complex and important issue. A meeting with staff, councillors, and the public would be a good starting point. A key to the framework is a list of questions posed to council to guarantee we are not obligated to participate in fraud, nor forced to comply with de facto orders. We have explained the plan and look forward to you to becoming involved in helping us all end the fraud. This unlawful public-private partnership that threaten every one of us today and our future generations. With that, you can work with a lawyer to verify these claims we're making here today. It is now at this point, we really need our elected representatives to step up, step aside, or step down. This is a pivotal opportunity for you to set an example for the rest of the regional and district councils who are hostages to the same situation. You may be granted lawful redemption from past error and poor judgment if you remove yourself from all de facto covenants and restore peace, order, and good governance under affirmation. Thank you for your patience and respect in listening and your participation for changing our future for the benefit of us all, and we will be happy to answer any questions.
Are there any questions for the presenters? Sorry, we don't take questions from the audience. Seeing none, thank you for your presentation.
Okay.